legacy operations in XCOM2, the Tactical Legacy Pack. It's a new DLC that just came out, and I didn't see it, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Apparently, from what I gather, it's if you progress through these missions, you get a story from between XCOM 1, where we lost the war, and between XCOM 2, where we gather in the resistance. So those 7 missions are supposed to build the story in between, told by Central, John Bradford. And that's what it's supposed to be. And then once you pass them and you unlock all this stuff, there's certain weapons and skins that you unlock, and you'll be able to use in your campaign, which I'm actually planning on replaying again at some point down the road. So, blast from the past. Okay, so having survived the alien assault on XCOM HQ, or broke down Central Officer Bradford has been living in the fringes since a harrowing day. Now, a year or so later, Central has fallen in with a few hardy souls, doing what they can to survive the spirit alien occupation. Spurred on the thought of finding the remains of his beloved XCOM, Central sets off with his new friends following a map of unknown origin. Okay. So we're gonna go with the story. Legacy narrative, yes. Iron Man apparently is yes. So let's go.
All right, people. Story time. This was almost 20 years ago, so my memory might be a little hazy. With XCOM gone and no sign of any survivors from HQ, I had somehow fallen in with a couple of other misfits the aliens hadn't managed to kill yet. We mostly kept our heads down and scavenged what we could. Until one day we found a map. A map claiming to point towards a human sanctuary. A gathering place for those of us still out there. We were suspicious, of course, but we didn't really have much else to lose. 5 minutes in either direction and we would have never met. But for whatever reason, my little group seemed to get along pretty well. We weren't much more than wandering vagabonds at that point, but the map gave us a purpose. Something to work towards. That meant moving through occupied territory, though. So this was sure to be a test of our resolve. On the move!
Copy that!
Yeah, I don't know if I rushed. Okay, never mind. Man, it's been a while since I played this, but I feel right at home for some reason. So...
Okay. Scanning.
I have to change some mappings. Second. Gameplay. Okay. Eight options. Video graphics. Interface. Keyboard. Here we go. Okay. Tactical shortcuts. I'm looking for Overwatch. Interact and turn. Okay. Overwatch. Oh, there it is. Just set. Z is toggle. Yes, that's fine. Reload R. Bluetooth 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's enough for now. Okay.
No hace falta repetirlo.
Okay, Spanish. Okay. Whoa, can jump. That's not good. Ooh. Okay, he missed. So minus 1,000 points right away.
I had been moving in the fringes, surviving on whatever I could, wherever I could. Truth be told, I had just about given up on everyone by then. Our so-called leaders had already told the world the fight was over, and I was in no position to convince anyone otherwise.
On Overwatch.
Drop him.
Good riddance. Running low on ammo.
Estoy en marcha. A ello voy.
Oh no.
Missed.
Oh, this doesn't explode. Wow. Ooh.
I don't remember all the details,
Restart.
especially how I made it out of the base back then. I woke up in a smoking pile of rubble and crawled as far as I could. Beyond that, it was a lot of dark, bitter days in between. Nailed him. Negative ammo, I'm spent.
En marcha a las coordenadas designadas. Poniéndome en guardia.
We had hoped we could scavenge a few supplies. Maybe find something to eat at the diner. Unfortunately, the aliens didn't give us a whole lot of time to look around. Ready to rock. That's affirmative.
Man. Can't believe we lost it. Okay, well. Rusty, that's where it is.
Órdenes confirmadas. Marchando. En guardia.
It's strange to think what it was like back then before Advent became the front. There were plenty of aliens, but a lot less barking. Stranger still is how quickly people forgot what the real faces of the war looked like. You wouldn't think the novelty of alien invaders would ever wear off.
Me muevo a la posición.
Nice shot. Very nice.
Weren't even disguised half the time. And there were all kinds of silly-ass rumors about shape-shifting animals, vehicles, all kinds of things. That made trust even harder to come by among strangers.
Confirmado. Pasadme munición.
Shut him up. That's right. There you go.
Got him! Grenade!
What do I do? Where? What are you doing? Okay. I just do that. Ooh. Oh no. Yeah, things
We had
getting
to make
better.
do with whatever weapons we could scrounge up. We didn't know a whole lot about the alien tech back then. I figured if we actually found anything XCOM built,
Position confirmed.
take this!
Entendido. En movimiento. Te pondrás bien. Recibiendo tiros.
Ah.
No, por favor.
What's a good way to panic?
Moving to designated position.
Another notch!
A dar caña. Afirmativo. Cubriendo.
Uh-huh.
There's damage here!
Another 1,000. Jesus. Okay.
Good copy. Moving on target. On it.
Recibido.
Ah.
Cerca.
Medic!
Come on, you guys.
care of. It's getting hard to remember their faces, but I'll never forget their sacrifice. I wouldn't be here without their help.
Yeah, rusty.
Our first stop yielded a few decent upgrades, but nothing that was gonna set the world on fire. And there was only so much we could take with us. We had to travel light if we were gonna keep up this pace. We had no idea who made the map in the first place. But if there really was some kind of hidden sanctuary out there, I wanted to see it for myself. The map was steering us right through town, but we figured maybe we'd creep through the cemetery instead to keep things quiet. I tried to take a few notes just in case we forged a new path. If history was going to be written by the victors, then I at least wanted to have something ready just in case we finally got our act together. We were all a little suspicious, but we managed to pick up another recruit near the cemetery. As risky as it was, we needed all the help we could get, and I wasn't worried about splitting the gear another way. Once we got close, the aliens were all over us pretty quick. What we found was difficult to trace.
Zombies. We found zombies.
Here, catch!
Órdenes confirmadas. Marchando. Enemigos pacificados. Keep the pressure on.
Okay.
In the 2 years or so since we lost the base, I hadn't heard so much as a peep about XCOM, much less run into any familiar faces. Most people never knew we existed in the first place, so there wasn't a whole lot of point in asking around.
Position confirmed. Scanning.
Got it, moving.
Estoy en marcha. Poniéndome en guardia. ¡Vamos, vamos!
I'd seen a few zombies during the early days of the invasion, but not like this. Not up close. They were human once, but we didn't have any choice. The last place you want to run into a bunch of psychic aliens is a cemetery full of fresh graves.
Scanning.
Me muevo a la posición. Blanco neutralizado.
dropping them pretty well.
Tell your friends who sent you. I'm not sure I ever really believed in the prospect of finding survivors. And the weapons my team were after weren't going to do much on their own. Notice how I said team? That's when I started to realize what the actual payoff here was.
Not even close.
Moving to designated coordinates. Come get some.
¡Todos a cubierto! En guardia.
They're running scared.
Through the wall.
Baja confirmada.
Nice.
I hadn't felt a sense of camaraderie in a long time. Most people were respectful of the surviving war veterans that were still out here. Some might even offer us a friendly smile. Still, I ran into plenty of people who couldn't do anything but blame us. Soldiers, politicians, doctors. We had all failed someone in one way or another.
Okay, they're splitting up. That's not good.
Catch!
En marcha las coordenadas designadas. ¡Piña va! Andando. Muerto. Arma agotada. Moving to Overwatch. Enemy is still up.
We had spent a fair amount of time together, but my new friends didn't know much about my background. To them, I was just an ex-military survivor, another broken-down veteran. As time went on, I think they started to piece it together on their own, and I didn't mind keeping them guessing.
Target down.
Rolling. Affirmative, covering now.
Afirmativo. Preparada.
Oh, damn it, the A protocol is not kill protocol.
I got to thinking about all the people I know for sure didn't make it out of HQ. Assuming the aliens haven't tried to clear it out, that mountain is the final resting place for a lot of good people. I'd always hoped to go back there one day and put up a marker, or something at least.
Heading out.
Nice. Dropping zombies like it's cool.
Moving on target location. I got a piece.
Ve a curarlos. Bien, me muevo al objetivo. Pocas cargas.
Evac! We need emergency evac now, damn it, now!
¿Quién tiene un botiquín?
Nailed him.
Did you see that viper fly? Ha! Intense.
The cemetery was rough, but my new recruits pulled together pretty well.
I'll say.
We had gotten used to salvaging gear by that point. We'd picked through just about everything left on the alien bodies.
How do you rank up? Oh, that's what is done automatically. So the rounds, suppression, demolition. Okay.
The map was driving us towards what looked to be some kind of freight yard. But first we had to cut across the edge of town near a local dive bar. I remember being genuinely excited at the prospect of finding a nice, stiff drink. Unfortunately, the arrival of Advent had ushered in a new era of restrictions and bans, which meant pretty much anything that you might consider fun was outlawed. Still, there was a chance I might find something good out there in the boonies. Things were quiet when we showed up, but it looked like we had just missed the action. With all the hallmarks of an Advent sweep gone south. In those days, they were rounding up stragglers pretty aggressively, and it didn't take much to provoke a fight. We never did find out who it was, but odds are they were either convinced to move to a city center or dumped in a mass grave somewhere.
Throwing grenade!
I hope it's worth it. Got it covered.
I guess that'll be okay. Got it covered.
Te haré caso. ¡Todos a cubierto! Supongo que está bien. Poniéndome en guardia. Big deal.
Oh, you bastard.
By now, we were starting to work pretty well together, and my little team had already racked up a respectable kill count by the time we moved in on the bar. That was the only explanation I could come up with, because it didn't take long for a whole lot of aliens to close on our position.
No need to ask twice.
What's over there? Moving to Overwatch.
Venga, vamos, vamos. Corriendo. ¿Qué haces ahí sin moverte? ¡Vamos!
Oh, what the? Really? Whew. Okay then.
There were still some independent businesses out there trying to survive the occupation back then. In a few areas, things almost seemed normal, but Advent wasn't having it. Constantly changing restrictions on unauthorized food sources made it almost impossible not to move to the new city centers.
There you go.
say so.
Oh, they were inactive before. They are now.
Heads down!
¿Qué hay ahí? ¡Eso es! Ajustando miras.
That was close.
Aí já fechou.
Hurt a little. Get a little toasty here.
Finding a drink wasn't easy, but the good stuff was still floating around out there in the territories. All highly illegal, of course. If you couldn't trade for it, you could always try your luck in the abandoned cities. A lot of people disappeared chasing vices of the old world back then.
Happy now?
Okay, I'll go. I got it, right?
Si tú lo dices. En guardia. Venga, vamos, vamos.
Advent was still in the early stages of establishing itself as the new global front. But we ran into some of their first troops that day outside the bar. I was pretty confident we'd come out on top, but even I was impressed by how well we handled these guys.
My eyes are peeled. Running.
Vale, voy. Poniéndome en guardia. Oh, vale, voy. Te tengo. Estás a salvo. ¿Qué hay ahí? Good to go. You're good to go. Move. Vamos, céntrate.
have the slightest clue what these Advent goons were barking about back then. Not that it mattered. The more of them we took out, the more I started to see that with the right people, there was still a chance we could make a difference out here. They move, it's on.
One down, thousands to go. Eso es.
I'm trusting you here. Light central out, go! Affirmative, covering now.
A ese le he dado fijo.
Target.
Oh. Oh, in the face! In the face!
I definitely got that one.
Yeah, I'd agree.
We left the bar sober but fully intact. I couldn't really complain about the outcome.
Excellent. There you go. Look at Essential on this picture. Oh, the idiot. Alright, I'm gonna take a break on this one and I'm gonna continue with the next mission and next episode, guys. See you then.